Welcome to this transformative self-coaching program designed to help you integrate and heal the pattern and beliefs of the mother wound. This is an emotional EMDR mini course whose goal is to guide you through a process of understanding, reframing, and building resilience to this pattern and beliefs. It is recommended that you use this program in full screen mode, while sitting still and upright. Follow the movements of the ball or pattern on the screen with your eyes. As the words from the audio are spoken, notice the feelings they evoke in your body and any mental images that may arise. If your mind starts to wander, gently redirect your focus back to the moving ball or pattern. Optionally, or if you are not able to use video, you can also tap on one or more EFT points. How it works. In step 1, we evoke the distressful emotional state of the belief or pattern. Note: this can be emotionally triggering. Take full responsibility for your well-being. In step 2, we offer ourselves loving, compassionate self-acceptance for this state and beliefs. We then reframe the belief, pattern or state with new positive suggestions to the mind. We then bridge the mind into the new, more positive reality. We finally express gratitude for the new positive reality, taking it as fact. Ready. Section 1. Unpacking emotional experiences. We begin with a setup of the issue. Even though I struggle with this pattern, I choose to still deeply love, honor and accept myself, and I am open to a more empowering state of being. Take a deep breath. The mother wound has left me feeling abandoned, as if my own needs and emotions were always secondary. I constantly seek approval from others, mirroring my unmet desire for my mother's validation. I feel unworthy of love and attention, stemming from a deep-seated belief that I was never enough for my mother. Memories of my mother's criticisms haunt me, making me hypercritical of myself in every aspect. I harbor a profound fear of rejection, rooted in the repeated rejections I felt from my mother. I often feel guilty for my own success or happiness, as if I'm betraying the struggles my mother faced. There's a persistent feeling of loneliness, as though I'm perpetually missing a vital maternal connection. I struggle with setting boundaries, fearing it might lead to the same abandonment I felt in my mother's presence. I find myself replicating my mother's negative behaviors, despite my efforts to be different. I feel an overwhelming responsibility for others' emotions, mirroring my childhood role in my mother's life. I am constantly anxious about making mistakes, reflecting my mother's intolerance for imperfection. Feelings of inadequacy pervade my relationships, echoing the lack of affection I received from my mother. I am often engulfed in sadness, a deep sorrow stemming from the nurturing I missed from my mother. I have an intense fear of abandonment in my relationships, directly tied to my mother's emotional unavailability. I struggle to trust others, as my trust was repeatedly broken by my mother during my formative years. Section 2. Feel into this balanced, compassionate perspective from your inner coach. Maintain your attention on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. I warmly welcome my feelings of abandonment, understanding they stem from a deep need for maternal connection. I gently accept my need for approval, recognizing it as a longing for the validation I missed. I kindly hold my feelings of unworthiness, knowing they reflect a yearning for unconditional maternal love. I embrace my self-criticism with compassion, seeing it as a mirror of past pains needing acknowledgement. I acknowledge my fear of rejection with understanding, realizing it's rooted in my early experiences. I compassionately hold my guilt over happiness, seeing it as a sign of deep empathy and connection. I tenderly accept my loneliness, recognizing it as a natural response to missing maternal bonds. I lovingly acknowledge my struggle with boundaries, seeing it as a reflection of my yearning for closeness. I compassionately observe my replication of negative behaviors, understanding it's part of my learning journey. I gently hold my sense of responsibility for others, recognizing it as a reflection of my caring nature. I warmly welcome my anxiety about mistakes, knowing it stems from a desire to learn and grow. I kindly acknowledge my feelings of inadequacy in relationships, seeing them as echoes of past longings. I hold my sadness with gentle understanding, recognizing it as a natural response to unmet needs. I lovingly accept my fear of abandonment, seeing it as a sign of my deep capacity for connection. I compassionately embrace my trust issues, understanding they are part of my journey towards healing. Section 3. Visualizing positive change. Take a deep breath. I am choosing now to embrace my experiences of feeling abandoned, seeing them as opportunities for finding strength within. I am open to discovering my inner validation, transcending the need for external approval. I am ready to let go of unworthiness, recognizing my inherent value beyond my past experiences. I am shifting towards self-compassion, transforming past criticisms into lessons of self-acceptance. I can see the potential for growth in my fear of rejection, choosing to build resilience and self-reliance. I am embracing the idea of celebrating my happiness and success, honoring my journey independently. I am choosing to focus on building fulfilling connections, healing the loneliness born from a missing maternal bond. I am open to learning healthy boundaries, empowering myself while respecting others. I am prepared to break the cycle of negative behaviors, fostering positive changes within me. I am starting to believe in my ability to care for others while preserving my own well-being. I am choosing to view mistakes as stepping stones to wisdom, easing the pressure of perfection. I am ready to embrace my worth in relationships, affirming that I am deserving of love and affection. I am open to the possibility of transforming my sorrow into a source of empathy and depth. I am willing to explore building secure connections, overcoming the fear of abandonment. I am choosing to release past betrayals, cultivating trust in myself and my ability to discern. Section 4. Bridging the two worlds from emotion to aspiration. Remember to maintain your focus on the EMDR screen, following the movements of the shape or pattern with your eyes. Even though I feel abandoned, I warmly welcome these feelings, understanding their roots, and am choosing now to embrace these experiences as opportunities for inner strength. Although I constantly seek approval, I gently accept this need and am open to discovering my own self-validation, transcending external approval. While I feel unworthy of love, I kindly hold these feelings, and am ready to let go of this unworthiness, recognizing my inherent value. Even though memories of criticism haunt me, I embrace my self-criticism with compassion and am shifting towards self-compassion and acceptance. Although I harbor a fear of rejection, I acknowledge it with understanding and can see the potential for growth in building resilience. While feeling guilty for my happiness, I compassionately hold this guilt and am embracing the idea of celebrating my own journey. Even though I feel a profound loneliness, I tenderly accept it and am choosing to focus on building fulfilling connections. Though I struggle with boundaries, I lovingly acknowledge this struggle and am open to learning healthy boundary setting. Although I replicate negative behaviors, I compassionately observe this and am prepared to foster positive changes within me. While feeling overly responsible for others, I gently hold this sense of responsibility and am starting to believe in balancing it with self-care. Even though anxious about mistakes, I warmly welcome this anxiety and am choosing to view mistakes as opportunities for wisdom. Although I feel inadequate in relationships, I kindly acknowledge this and am ready to embrace my worth, affirming I am deserving of love. While often engulfed in sadness, I hold this sadness with understanding and am open to transforming it into empathy. Even though I fear abandonment, I lovingly accept this fear and am willing to explore building secure, trusting connections. While I struggle with trust, I compassionately embrace these issues and am choosing to release past betrayals, cultivating trust in myself. If you were tapping, you can stop as we go into gratitude. Section 5. Preemptive gratitude for transformation. I am grateful for my journey, which has led me to recognize my endless worth and resilience. I appreciate my inner strength, allowing me to find validation within myself. I am thankful for my ability to embrace love and worthiness, transcending past limitations. I am grateful for the lessons of self-compassion, transforming criticism into acceptance. I cherish my growth in facing rejection, developing resilience and self-reliance. I am thankful for the joy and success in my life, celebrating my unique journey. I appreciate the connections I've built, healing the loneliness of the past. I am grateful for learning to set healthy boundaries, empowering myself and respecting others. I am thankful for breaking cycles of negative behaviors, fostering positive change within. I appreciate my balanced approach to caring for others and myself. I am grateful for viewing mistakes as wisdom, easing the pressure of perfection. I cherish my newfound sense of worth in relationships, affirming my right to love and affection. I am thankful for transforming sorrow into empathy, deepening my emotional understanding. I appreciate my courage in overcoming the fear of abandonment, building secure connections. I am grateful for the trust I've cultivated, both in myself and in my relationships. Section 6. Closing and next steps. Take a deep, rejuvenating breath. Congratulations on completing this transformative session. Take a note of how you feel in comparison to how you started, and consider journaling your notes about this session and any areas you'd like to explore. Be attentive to the potential reduction in the emotional weight of certain memories and actual circumstance shifts in your daily life. Note that it may take one, several, or many uses of this program to completely clear or reframe this pattern and beliefs. This program and affirmations serve to fortify your inner journey toward a more empowered state. Feel free to revisit them whenever you need to. For more details, see the link in the bio or description below.